Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my channel once again. This video is going to help you to clear your confusion regarding the selection of appropriate tense in your IELTS writing task 1, that is graph writing in academic IELTS. Many of the students we have seen that they struggle to make a proper choice for the tense in graph writing. When they get the question, they are confused whether to attempt this graph question in present tense or they should use past tense or future tense. So in the beginners class, the students who have just started preparing for IELTS exam, or they have an average knowledge of English language, they do struggle a lot in this part. In fact, they learn the vocabulary, all the vocabulary needed for attempting IELTS graph. They know the sentence structures, but usually or often they make mistake regarding the selection of proper tense. So you can see here is the graph. The bar chart below shows shares of expenditures for 5 major categories in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Japan in the year 2009. So, no second form is used, no future predictions are there, means just the year 2009 is given. It means when the past year is given, we will try to write our answer in past tense. Let's read some other statements. The pie chart below show, here are the pie charts. Pie charts below show the devices people in the 18 to 25 age group use to watch television in Canada in 2 different years. Again, 2 years are given, 2009 and 2019. So again, it will be in the past. I'll explain you properly in detail in the next section of the video. So keep on watching. The table below shows the percentage participation of women in senior management in 3 companies between this year and this year. Again, past years are mentioned. Of course, we will use past tense. See this statement, they are saying the chart below shows the movement of people from rural to urban areas in 3 countries and predictions for future years are also given. Means you can see past years are there, 2000, 2005, 10, 15, and then future years are there, 2020 and 2025. Means we will make use of the mixture of tenses, present, past and future in this answer. Then last one is the line graph gives information about the number of Iranian, Greek and Turkish students who enrolled at. Now you can see second form is there, enrolled at, and past years are there. It means we will make use of past tense. Now let's study about this in detail. So my first suggestion is that you should first of all check the timeline given in the question statement. Means if past years are there, you will definitely use past tense, and you should have proper knowledge of different past tenses, whether you are going to use past indefinite tense, past continuous, past perfect. So, for example, if the years are 2003, 1998, and in other words, if it is written like that, in last decade, in last century, you will make use of past tense. If the wording in your question statement for graph is like this, presently, in present time, today, now, you will use present tense. Or if the wording is like this, in future, in 2025, the years which are to come, those years are mentioned. In the coming time, in next decade, in next 50 years, no doubt you will make use of future tense. Second thing is, you can check the verb in the question statements, as we have just read some of the question statements, and you have seen that there are some past forms. If first form would be there, it means you are going to make use of present tense. If second form or past form is there, you are going to make use of past. tense. So, for example, if graph shows how water was used in different countries. Second example is how much people traveled in the year. This traveled. You can easily guess that it is the second form, and you are going to make use of past form. Then number of students studied in a particular university, so study is again a past form of the verb study. And how can you judge that this is the answer is going to be attempted in present form? You can see first step is that there will be no dates mentioned in the question statements. No years would be there, no dates would be there, so it will easily make it clear for you that you're going to make present tense. Or you can see other examples as well. They can say how people spend weekends in that particular country. So spent is the first form of the verb. Spent, spent, spent. If they would have used spent, it means the answer is going to be written in past tense. So spend is there, so you can easily make your decision. Then number of families are living under poverty line. Living, are is there. Then unemployment rates are shown. Again, are is there. It means the answer would be in present tense. The people using different transport modes for commuting. Using means it is not used, it is using. Then there are some examples for future tense. If in the question statement it is written like that, for example, expenditure will be done, will be, shall be, would be is there, right? In that case, you are going to make use of future tense for that part of the graph. Or some future projections are given, for example, for future projections for the growth of GDP in 2040, 2000 and you can say 25. Then pollution would be affecting certain areas. Now would be is there. It means whenever you will see these things, will be, would be, shall be, or future projections are given and future years are given, it means you should write your answer in future tense. Now under this category, majority of the times we make use of past indefinite tense. We also call it simple past tense, and we need second form of the verb here. So you should have proper knowledge of all the verbs, all the common verbs and their second forms. For example, sometimes students are not aware that what is the second form of that particular verb. For example, for rice, they are writing rised, rised. It is not like that. It's like that: rise, rose, and risen. So there are some irregular verbs you should learn properly before starting your preparation of IELTS exam. Here I can say 200 students studied. No helping verb is there, just second form, because I am writing for the year 1995. Then the employment rates just increased, right, in that country in last decade, because it was the past time, so I have used second form. More than half of the women pursued, right, this hobby, means second form shows that the answer is in past form. Then we will see further. Past perfect tense comes at the second place when we write answers for graph writing. The rule is had plus third form of the verb. Had plus third form of the verb. For example, 500 students had opted for this course. The consumption of fast food had risen from this to this. Majority of people had shifted their interest to reading books. I can simply make use of the second form here if my answer is in past tense, but if you are making use of mixture of tenses, it will show your knowledge of grammatical range of English to the examiner. And sometimes we need the passive of simple past tense. In passive, we make use of was and were plus third form of the verb. You can see the examples. Usually we make use of passive tenses for explaining the processes, procedures, or maps. Now you can see the example. The swimming area was converted into playground. The expenditure on clothes was done more by young people. So see this combination. Here in past perfect tense, the combination was like this: had plus third form. In passive, combination is like this: was plus third form, right? And sometimes, rarely, we make use of past continuous tense. What is the rule of past continuous tense? That is was verb plus first form of the verb plus ing. Now you can see these examples. The figures for the males in this category were standing. I made use of past continuous tense here. Were standing at 200. Data was fluctuating for the years this and this. Although the statement is in the past tense, but I try to make use of past continuous tense in this statement because I want to show my knowledge of English grammar to the examiner by making use of different tenses, but accuracy should be maintained. I won't suggest that you keep on switching your tenses just to impress the examiner. If you are making use of different tenses, mixture of different tenses in your graph answer, you should have proper knowledge of those things and don't make mistake there. You should maintain the accuracy there, right? Then for present tense, simply we use first form of the verb with s or es, right? For example, no is MR. The most common mistake students make here is that when they are writing their statement in present indefinite tense, they unknowingly or unconsciously they are making use of is or are with the first form of the verb. Let me clear. Simply we make use of first form of the verb with s or es, right? For example, maximum children participate in this activity. Simply first form of the verb. Women spent more money on these items. Simply first form of the verb. This nation invests more money on this particular development in present time. Means my graph question was for present time. The ratio of young people increases slowly in this section. Again, first form with s or es. So this is the use of past present tense, present indefinite tense, and we can also make use of passive of simple present tense. That is, we can use is are plus third form of the verb. For example, people are more interested in outdoor activities in their young age. Is are plus third form of the verb. Maximum share of the income is spent means is or are plus third form of the verb on electronic gadgets. Italy is preferred by maximum number of tourists. Answer is in present, but it is in passive form. Is preferred, is are plus third form of the verb. Sometimes we can also make use of present perfect tense as well. That means has or have plus third form of the verb. In past we use had plus third form of the verb, but here we are using has or have with the third form of the verb. But we don't often make use of this tense, right? There are some occasions we can make use of this tense. Otherwise, we just use active sense of that present indefinite tense and its passive form. Examples are there. More number of children aged this much have liked this book. Sometimes we also make use of passive of present perfect tense. For example, this activity has been performed by old people more. Has been performed. And for future tense, we simply make use of will plus first form of the verb. We avoid the use of shall there. For example, people will consume more fast food in the coming years. If it is given in the graph for the future, you can simply structure your sentence like this. And you can also make use of future passive tense. That is, will be plus third form of the verb. It will bring variety in your answer for the tenses. For example, more fast food will be consumed. Will be consumed by the people in coming years. So, will be plus third form or will plus first form. These things you should learn. Choose, frame your sentences for the future in your graph answer. So my dear friends, this video will help you to properly understand which tense to be used in your graph answer. So do not get confused. Practice English grammar tenses before starting your journey for IELTS preparation, and then there will be no mistake in your graph answer. You will be able to make appropriate choice of tenses to be used in your answers. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.